it's not the prettiest weld, but again, this is all gonna get grind down flat and smooth. I ran the amps really high because I really wanted to get full penetration and I wanted to do it quick. I'm just doing a bunch of stitch weld, and you know, with this thin metal here, it should be fine. But I really want it to look flat. Unfortunately, I had to cut both sides off to fit it in my bead roller, which is very unfortunate. I didn't measure before, but the throat on my bead roller was not long enough, so I had to cut off these two flanges. And you know, I really wanted to put the brass mini in the middle, so here we are welding these fins back on. I just really hope it stays level, because welding two pieces of sheet metal butt to butt, end to end, they always want to favor one direction. It's hard to get it to stay super flat, and these are the only pieces of pipe I have to keep flat, so this is as good as it's gonna get. Now it looks and feels pretty smooth. The only crappy part is now I have to flip it over and do the back side, weld it and grind it back smooth, and hopefully it'll just stay as flat as possible. And then I get to do it on the other side, so I gotta do this 3 more times, and it's kind of time consuming, and you gotta be patient to keep this thing straight. And I think even the time I have spent in this so far, it's still gonna be not perfectly flat, but we must crack on. Here we go. So with the clamps off, when you run your hands over the panel, you can feel a slight bubble. It's really not that bad, but again, I only stayed in the middle when I sanded that weld out. I think if I really use a lot of the surface when I grind now with like a flap disc or a flappy wheel and just kind of ease into it, I should be able to level it out and it should be fine. And it's really in like a corner of the car that you can't see. That's just my excuse for me hacking it up, but I'm doing the best I can here. But yeah, I got good penetration on the backside too. Not fully through in some spots, but some spots it is. So I'm just gonna hit it where it's missing, and hopefully the thing will stay flat. So the only crappy part with these clamps is I really can't get the center fully clamped down like I want to, so when you throw heat into it, it will want to bubble up just a little bit. At the moment, there's nothing I can really do to prevent that. So when I did grind it back too, I left the clamps on while you grind, because when you grind it, it's going to throw heat into it as well. So you kind of got to keep these clamps on the whole time, and the finger sander works really good. And the compressed air on the side, you got to have the compressed air. That really does help cool these panels down quickly if you have to.